dream I know deep up my feelings for you.
Hello guys, welcome back to my wonderful channel Reality Latest Gist, your home of news and politics. Thank you so much for joining us on today's wonderful news. The headlines. Governor Obaseki says that he's ready to submit to the Efcc because he has nothing to hide. Governor Obaseki said this in response to the rumors of impending Efcc arrest. But before I proceed, I would like to welcome those that are joining us on today's news for the first time. You guys are highly welcome. Kindly proceed to subscribe and like, but don't forget to turn the notification bell to get notified whenever we drop our video. To all amazing subscribers, thank you so much for joining us on today's wonderful news. So guys, let's proceed. Governor Obaseki of Edo State on Thursday said he has received information of being arrested by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission next week after leaving office. So he said he's not afraid of any arrest and investigation of his administration. Governor Obaseki expressed his readiness to submit himself to the Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) that if the agency requires his presence in connection with his 8 years of stewardship in the Edo State. Say Ingo submit himself. Obaseki stated this during the Gbos National Resort, where he was sharing section in Abuja, where he highlighted his administration's achievement. So he said he's not afraid of the EFCC. Moreover, why should he be afraid? He said what is important is focus. That he came into office and he ignored the noise. He concentrated on what he felt was important to Edo people. And today, they all can see the results. So he said if EFCC calls on him, that he will hand himself over, that he has nothing to hide. So he said right now, he's not afraid of any arrest and investigation of his administration over silly petitions which have been written against him by cruel and wicked people for vendetta in order to hurt him. When he was asked on what legacy he would be leaving behind, Governor Obaseki said his administration was able to focus on Edo people and the things that matter to them, as well as reforming and implementing those things. So he said if he's been arrested, that he will spend his time in the custody of the EFCC on reflection and research. Obaseki said he will serve as a resource person after office, and he's going to give the cheapest service so far from lessons gained in his 8 years experience as governor. Governor Obaseki said he don't already hear say EFCC won't pick him up next week after his tenure. That wherever they keep him, he will spend time doing research. So there are many things they have done that can be described as legacy projects. He believes in Edo State that one of the things that will last for a very long time to come is the fact that they were able to focus on Edo people and the things that matter to them, reform and implement those things. So why should he have fears? He just focused on what he believes in, and today they all can see what he has been able to achieve. What happened after that is not up to him. They can continue with their political witch hunts and do all they can to hurt him. He said that is their problem. My people of Obaseki said right now he's not afraid, he's not worried, because he knows it. They have written all sorts of silly petitions against him, and that is part of their challenge. That in fact, he can even hand himself over, and if they call on him, he don't have anything to hide. That they all know how this country is. It is all about bitterness. It is all about vendetta, wickedness, and people who have opposed to him in Edo State. See, they are cruel. They are very wicked people. They are very jealous and envious. And this is because they cannot show as much as the achievement they have made in the past 8 years. But what is important to them is to focus on their people in order to make Nigeria better, because the suffering is too much. They have the advantage and privilege to make things happen. So they should focus on the issue and not on vendetta. Reforming the bureaucracy is a priority. They focus on the people and the civil servants. So speaking of the secrets of his survival in the private sector and governance, Governor Obaseki gave glory to God. He said there must be God's hand in all their survivors and all he have done. What happened in the last election was dangerous. They raised money. There are different ways to look at politics. There is a conflict between the last arrangement and the current arrangement. So with the way he sees politics, he don't understand the difference between private and public sector. He only knows the Nigeria sector. He is determined to be for the people, whether in private or in public. So he is concerned about the country Nigeria cannot afford to fail. Governor Obaseki said the manner they are going is very dangerous. That if politicians don't change their approach, that Nigeria is going to be in trouble. He said he had to fire everybody in the state's Universal Education Board because of the rot in the system. That the state's Universal Education Board across the country have been politicized, and he have to fire everybody because they have to clean the table to bring a new team. While explaining his success in education, Obaseki said Nigeria has played at global standards, adding that to be at par with the world, one must reach for impact and interact with the world, hence his collaboration with partners outside the state. He said the Nigerian government is not poor, but the issue of waste, theft and corruption has been the cog in its wheel of progress. What they spend money on many times are not necessary, so they are waste. They cannot expect to raise money if they haven't put some of their money in it. So they have to build trust, and people have to believe in what they are saying, and that is how they have been able to raise resources. Speaking at the occasion, the Kenya keynote speaker, Prof. Olubaye, called on the Nigerian government to adopt the India model of achievement through ideas embedded in human capital development. In his presentation titled Education and Investment in Education, Leveraging Education for Sustainable Human Capital Development, Olubaye cited examples with technology and business moguls such as CEOs of Microsoft and Harvard Business School. He said that they were all raised in India despite their historical poverty state that has changed over the years. So the best model for Nigeria to follow is India with their 18 formal languages and writing system, and yet it is rising power. They have no money to educate over 1.4 billion population, and yet they are still rising. That India has ideas, and even though they uses it to be poor, it's leverage on ideas embedded in human capital. Another country is Singapore, which has the same population of about 5 million with Edo State. So human capital developed nations are not humans. The Italian ambassador to Nigeria, Stefano Dello, said time has come for Nigeria to break walls and forge a common front. Human capital is where the future is. There are 100,000 Nigerians in Italy, and 80,000 of them are from Edo State. So there is no limit to greatness. My people, don't be small big you. So guys, I would like to know your thoughts, your contributions, opinions in our comment section. We'd love to hear from you. Once again, thank you so much for staying to us. But if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page yet, please do us a favor to like and subscribe, and also share. But don't forget to turn notification bell to get notified whenever we drop a video, because I'm sure you don't want to miss out the trending and latest news happening on Reality Latest Gist. To all our amazing subscribers and viewers, thank you so much for staying to us. On this note, we have come to the end of today's segment. Like, come your way next. Bye for now.